Bam! Going live. Welcome to Pro Se Law Firm, Legal School. We having some fun today. Welcome to the stream tonight, everybody. Okay, we're going to talk about why we why I we're going to talk. I got a little feedback in my mic. Okay, we're just going to take that off right now. Okay, so we're going to talk about why we think they went ahead and put my stuff in federal court. That was the main thing that we're going to talk about. But we got something else to talk about tonight before we get to that. Okay. So I got a call from, Coach A, and her man invested in the foreclosure defense, the premium package. And when you invest in the premium package, I got a little feed from a fan over there. When you invest in the premium package, obviously it comes with there's a protocol for coaching or whatever. And so Coach A and her man, I don't have permission to tell you their whole names. So I just gonna call her Coach A. I like doing that anyway because sometimes people think that that they can they can go bother the coach and not me. And anybody that learned anything around here is going to tell you to go look it up yourself because most of those people are trying to get their handheld. So we're just going to call her Coach A. So Coach A and her partner got into the program, I don't know, maybe a month ago or something. I don't know, not too long ago. And they had already been evicted. They had already been evicted before they found this. And so they got in the program. They invested in the premium package. And I told them, I said, look, when we get done like beating these people down or whatever, and then if I need to, I'll put together a document, for reentry or whatever, whatever we need to get back in your house. Now, in my head, I like to beat them down until they give up. So I don't have to worry about that. But it's hard to explain that to people, who've been beat up a lot already and everybody that they trusted threw them under the bus. So I got a communication from Coach A, and they were asking me for tips for a Zoom conference and negotiation hearing, I guess. So and there was some dollar signs and some happy faces and some other stuff in there. So okay, so I'm just going to keep it real. When Coach A got in the program, I could tell she knew some extra stuff, and she was tenacious. But we didn't have the same idea for the coaching thing, so that became a problem because my coaching is not telling everybody all these things. It's you guys go figure it out because I'm not in a hurry. the goal is not to be in a hurry to stop this or stop that. The goal is to make them pay for what they put you through and what they tried to do. Okay, tips for the Zoom, and I'm like really excited because I have another young lady that I'm going to be helping, like I did Anthony, to get her back in her house. And she invested in the package too, but it was real close to the end, and they did a bunch of slick stuff. And so, this is really cool. This is really cool that, and they're supposed to be leaving me a review video. So this is really cool that that these people have to come to the table. They have to come to the table because they can't respond to statutes and codes. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. Yeah, they can't. It ain't happening. But, we need to keep this shit in context right here, right now, okay? Number one, why do you need to negotiate? Okay, you just kicked their ass and made them shut that shit down or made them come to the table to try to get you in their Zoom conference. Okay, number one, the Zoom conference is bullshit. Okay, it's total bullshit. And when you get to this, the conference needs to be off the record. And the only way that's going to be off the record is if it's in the judge's chambers. If it's not in the judge's chambers, then then you're getting screwed. If it's in their court session, in their Zoom shit or whatever, okay, then you're getting screwed. I'm just telling you right now. Okay? They're not going to do anything right unless it's off the record. Well, on your side, yeah. And the other thing is, can you trust them? Why would you want to negotiate? If I was kicked out of my house and was put through what they put your family through, and they had no right to do it, oh hell no. Zoom hearing? No. I would tell them, we ain't got nothing to say to none of y'all asses until we're back in our house. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. We don't have shit to say to none of y'all until we're back in our house. No. We asked for a pre-settlement conference. Oh, that's what we asked for around here. And after you get back in your house now, then this is what I would tell them. Okay, if you guys can't figure out from what I filed what I want, okay, then when I get back in my house, I'll be glad to sit down in the judge's chambers and talk to you guys about what I need. Now, for those of you who are kind of slow, you need your damn deed. You need your deed removed from the office. Having your deed registered in the office allowed them to put the first illegal lien on your property. And the first illegal lien was a mortgage lien. And here's why. I used to play football and I boxed, so I'm not that smart. I got it broke down. Here's why. If there were several people on property, before anybody could put, all those owners would have to be present to sign a lien, right? So the fact that they accepted Joe's signature on that shit proves that you owned it already. Our debts are supposed to be paid and all that shit, but that's like a whole nother 3 or 4 YouTube channels. The electronic credits that they're calling was the mortgage loan was generated with your signature. After you left the table, they stamped paid to the order of on that document and turned it into a security and processed it through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, Modern Money Mechanics is a publication put out by these dudes whoever, they know way more about the banking banking system than I do, okay? They say that the bank was granted 9 times the amount. Now, I have friends who buy these things before the foreclosure whatever, before they get over here or whatever, and they said it's like 23. Okay? But here's the thing. If your deed was not registered in their office, and this is what I ask attorneys, because the whole mortgage shit and the security and processing due to whatever, that's complicated. I can't keep up with that. But if your deed was not registered in the office, would the alleged lender, would anybody be able to verify that they have a lien on your property? Bam! That's what I asked them. The deed being registered allows them to put the fake ass lien. Back in the day, they kept the deed in your in your safe or in your firebox. They didn't have you didn't have to have them keep it, and them keeping it is the ones that are screwing you over. They register your deed and they register a deeds association, and from there it's sent out on emails to all of these different. Okay, you ever wonder why you can be in non-judicial foreclosure and not even know you're in foreclosure? You got 30 days to pay up. They're going to sell your house. The government's going to sell your house in 30 days if you don't pay. They do. Okay, how the hell could that happen if they didn't already have your shit over there on the other side all lined up, ready to go? From that original registration that they did when they took the stuff. I need to have my deed delivered to me and all of my information removed from the computer banks. Once they register your deed and start charging you the fake stuff over here, okay, because the property's already paid for with your signature, they turn into security processors through the federal. Once they do that, they reclassify your property as one of their 3 designations. Now, Lawrence, Kansas said they have 13. What the hell? But the 3 designations that I know about are commercial, agricultural, and residential. Okay, once they register your property and it's classified in one of those, then it's reclassified for the sole purpose of taxation. That's what they do. So the statutes for your property, for transferring your property, reflect that your property is supposed to be delivered to you, but your deed's supposed to be delivered to you, but that's not what they do. So we want a settlement, or negotiations. On a Zoom conference, that's like slap in the face, number one. And number two, what negotiations? They wasn't worried about negotiating with your ass when they threw your shit out in the yard. I don't think. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at on that. So I don't know why anybody would even be worried about negotiations. There wouldn't be no negotiations. I'd be laughing at these people because you already know that they can't answer. Welcome to the show tonight, Frederick. How are things going with you? I thought we'd have a few people here tonight. I don't know if YouTube. Did you get the notification, Frederick, that we were going to be streaming tonight? I was wondering about that. I'm wondering if people are not getting the notification. Welcome to the show. Okay, so that's the first thing. You know, I don't know why I would be. They would be if they asked me for negotiating. I would start laughing. Oh, I would start laughing and ask them why they think that I would need to negotiate. Okay, because you just crushed their ass. And if you haven't, and if you are like these guys, and you got evicted, then this is your opportunity to get your foot back in the door. They want to know what you want. The first thing I would tell them, when I'm back in my house, it's going to take me a little while to get. This has been very traumatic. It's going to take me a little while to get you know, to get comfortable enough to talk about that again. Oh, that's kind of what I would tell them. That's what I would tell them. And, you know, I wouldn't tell them what you want, your deed, or, you know, that's the next thing. And then after they get that, then I tell them about the money. Because there's no way in hell you're going to go through all of this shit without them giving. But, you know, you don't want to make it too hard on them. You don't want to put too much on the table for them. I didn't know what none of that means, man. I don't use none of that shit in my stuff. So those are, I don't use none of that. People bring that up. You're still waiting in line for that shit. That's why you're over using my stuff. You should be talking about what we're doing, man. Oh, thanks, Daniel's Delivery. Yeah, we're just, we're learning together as a group. You know, the real-time feedback from everybody is what is helping us be able to do what we're doing over here. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to talk about is you know, they filed I told y'all I was getting Daniel out. Thanks, Frederick, but this is not what we showed up to talk about tonight, man. Okay? And like I said, I don't use none of that shit in my stuff. It's too complicated. It takes too long, and you got to wait for them. So let's stay focused on what we're talking about here tonight, or I'm not going to show your stuff anymore, because I don't really like to argue with people on my show. You can start your own show if you want. Okay, so you guys know I'm working to get this young man out of jail and whatever, and I emailed the documents that I mailed to him, and I don't do this all the time. Okay, I'm doing this to show people the power of my stuff. And so I have to do it myself, because when people use this, I don't get a review, because they have to sign a non-disclosure statement to let the people out of jail. But I'm not working for the dude in jail. I'm working for the family of the dude in jail. Not that it matters. Okay, but I like putting it that way, because, you know, and so, you know, I emailed him over his $200 million counterclaim after we added the players as plaintiffs to it. I emailed it over to them, to the judges, all of the extra people that, that were added in the court, the clerk. I took the time to get all their emails and addresses, and so we just sent it out to them. It was quite a few, maybe, I don't know, 20 or 25, maybe 30, I don't know. And they actually took the documents. At the bottom of the documents, I wrote Pro Se Legal School, just like, well, it wasn't all caps. It wasn't in all caps like that, but, and that was it. And then I referenced the legal team from Pro Se Legal School, and so we sent it in, and they actually filed them on the record. And so, I'm for a couple of days trying to figure out why I think they actually filed them, because it wasn't signed by the defendant. Okay, I'm not an attorney. Pro Se Legal School is not an attorney. So I'm trying to figure out what would the difference be. So what do you guys think the difference would be? I'm wondering what the difference be, because they actually filed that shit. Now, they hid $200 million counterclaim, so you can't see that's what it is. And to make it look like we filed one notice of claim, there was a notice of claim letter and then the $200 million counterclaim. And so they kind of jacked it around so you can't. So we're going to resend it again. But I think because I put my business, the corporation, I don't have a corporation, but because I signed it like a business, it carried more weight because it's in their administrative court. So we usually go into court thinking we're in a judicial court, and that's when we get our ass kicked. So we learned how to just stop the process or whatever. But, doing this, rolling without any limitations allowed me to go in and just, I was just sending it to all of the judges. And, because when everybody knows, it makes a big difference. I didn't think that they would file it in the case. And so, since it's filed in the case, I'm thinking, well, there's no way that they're now, I don't do this for everyone. How I'm going to work this out after I get done showing how this works is when you buy the prosecutor eliminated package, then we're going to have webinar trainings. Now, I'm putting together an online course that's going to encompass all of these things that we're doing, but we're going to have the webinar trainings. So, and you're going to have to pay for the webinar trainings. You'll buy your product, you'll invest in your lawsuit package. And then if you need to go to the training, then you would pay extra for the training. I'm not sure where we're going to have it at, but that's kind of what I'm looking at doing. I think since it was signed Pro Se Legal School, it so I need you guys, someone getting ready to file something and put the name of, I don't care what, it shouldn't matter what the name of your business is, or make your own school. Like that, because that's real interesting. It's real interesting. We were able to circumvent I sent email to all those people, one email. I didn't have to mail it and get copies and mail these other people and do all of that stuff. So this would be pretty powerful as we figure out what's the difference, what the key is here, so we can all start doing it. Save us a whole lot of time. So that's what I think it is. If you guys have any other ideas other than UCC stuff, because we don't use any of that, you guys leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream.